talk about the muscles that we have in the buttocks and pelvic area, in the thigh and your leg. The only muscle, guys, here you have 3, but the only muscle that you need to know in the buttock is gluteus maximus. Gluteus maximus, so delete two others. Gluteus maximus is this big muscle that you have here, is the muscle that you have the injection in it, right? When you have the intramuscular injection is a common place for the injections, right? Gluteus maximus is here. So the only muscle that you need to know here is gluteus maximus. Then we are going to talk about the muscles of your thigh. Can you see this long muscle all the way here? This muscle is called sartorius. So sartorius is this long muscle here all the way. Here on this model it says 24 on it, but it has different numbers on the different models, right? But this long muscle here all the way is sartorius. Next to the sartorius, this long muscle, the other long muscle that we have here is called gracilis. This is gracilis here. So this is sartorius and this is gracilis. Then you have another muscle here which is called tensor fascia latae. Is this muscle here, number 18 on this model. Tensor fascia latae. On the anterior part of your thigh, guys, you have actually a group of the muscles which are the powerful extensors. These are the leg extensor. They extend your leg, right? These are 3 muscles here which are very important. The first one here in the middle is called rectus femoris. Rectus femoris is this muscle here in the middle at the anterior part of the thigh, which is the extensor, right? Rectus femoris, number 20 here. Then you have 2 others, actually you have 3, but one of them is deep to the rectus femoris. Don't worry about it. Just know these 2 that you have here. One of them is called vastus medialis. Vastus medialis is this one here, so you can see that it's medial. And the other one here is called vastus lateralis, so it's lateral, right? So you have vastus lateralis number 21 here, which is located at the lateral part. Vastus medialis here number 23, which is located in the medial part. And in between you have this muscle which is called rectus femoris. At the posterior part of your thigh, you have 3 muscles which are your thigh flexors. You are responsible for the flexion of the leg. These 3 muscles are here. This one here is called biceps femoris. Do you remember I told you that in the test, remember to mention that this is biceps brachii or biceps femoris? Because it's important. If you just say biceps, you will lose half of the point, because I don't know we are talking about the biceps femoris or biceps brachii. So this is your biceps femoris here. Next to it you have 2 muscles on the top of each other. This one, which is on the top, number 30 here, is called semitendinosus. This muscle is semitendinosus, and just under it, number 29 here, under this one, this muscle is called semimembranosus. To make sure that you don't mix them together, here you have 3. One of them is the single muscle here, which is the biceps femoris. Here you have 2 muscles on the top of each other. The top one is called semitendinosus. The other one, which is beneath it, is called semimembranosus. So these are the muscles that you need to know in the thigh. Again, this long one here is called sartorius. This one is called gracilis. Very good. Then this one is called tensor fascia latae, right? Then here you have 2. I didn't mention these 2. Here you have the muscle which is called adductor longus, and the other muscle here is called adductor magnus. Adductor longus because it's a long muscle. Number 26 is adductor longus. Number 28 here, which continues here, is adductor magnus. So to remember, adductor longus and adductor magnus are located on both sides of this muscle. What is this muscle? Gracilis, right? So this is gracilis on both sides of the gracilis. Here you have adductus longus. Here you have all the way you have adductor magnus. So sartorius, gracilis, adductor longus, adductor magnus, tensor fasciae latae. At the anterior part of the thigh, you have the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, and vastus medialis. At the posterior part, you have biceps femoris, semitendinosus, and semimembranosus. The muscles of your leg are 3 muscles here that you need to know, actually 4. One of them here is called tibialis anterior. You guys know that it's called tibialis anterior because it's your tibia, right? And it's located anterior to the tibia. So this is tibialis anterior, number 33 here. Next to the tibialis anterior, the other muscle here is called extensor digitorum longus. Extensor digitorum because it extends the digits, and longus because it's a long muscle. So extensor digitorum longus is number 34 here, just next to the tibialis anterior. The other muscle here is called pronaeus longus, or the other name, which is easier, is fibularis longus. It's easier to call it. You can call it any of them, which is easier for you. I think that fibularis longus is easier because you guys know that it's just next to the fibula, right? So this is fibularis longus. So here in order, at the anterior part of your leg, you have 3 muscles. This one is tibialis anterior. This one is extensor digitorum longus, and this is fibularis longus, right? At the posterior part of the leg, you have a big muscle here. That's a muscle that you can feel it here at the posterior part of your leg. This muscle is called gastrocnemius. This is gastrocnemius. Both of those. It has 2 parts with different names, but you are not responsible for different names. Just know that the whole muscle here is gastrocnemius. Deep to the gastrocnemius, if you remove this part, this is soleus, number 39, deep to the gastrocnemius. This muscle is called soleus. So again, the muscles of the leg. At the anterior part, you have tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, fibularis longus. At the posterior part, you have gastrocnemius, and deep to it, you have the soleus. Any problem? So these are all the muscles you need to know for the test. So on Wednesday, you have time to review all of these muscles. On the next Monday, you will have the test, which consists of just these models that we have here, plus this model, which is the model of the neuromuscular junction, and the slides of the muscles, the skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and heart. Any problems, questions?
I think so. All right.
So